Houdini. I think my parents bought me a book on Houdini, and I just sort of studied this character and became fascinated with him. It was almost like a myth to me, didn't even seem real, and I just kind of became obsessed with learning more and more about him. And what I found out was that he actually was, to enable him to escape from all these jail cells and handcuffs and shackles, he actually apprenticed to a master locksmith who basically told him everything. And apparently, Houdini had like a photographic memory and he could visualize the locks in his mind when he was picking them. This became fascinating to me, and I read so many cool stories about him. He not only was able to pick the locks, but he had genius ways of sneaking keys in. For example, his wife Bess would often kiss him before he was about to start a challenge, and she would pass a key into his mouth as she kissed him, which I thought was amazing, really clever idea. And there's so many little stories like that that fascinated me. So I wanted to become a locksmith. Basically, I thought, perhaps it's a more viable profession than becoming a magician. So I managed to get a job at one of these dusty old key cutting stores. You see, mostly it was repairing shoes, but they done a bit of key cutting as well. This wasn't the actual shop I worked in, but it was very similar to this. And from there, I basically started to learn the craft. I started to cut keys, learn about locks. I went on to work for various other companies after that, um, you know, real locksmith companies, and I learned from some of the best locksmiths in the world working for those. But